Hey, Sakurabi's here with my friend Ketsuzoku Cosplay.
Yodels!
We're going to talk to you guys today about how to choose your next cosplay. The first step is to choose a few characters you like and make a list, because it's something you'll enjoy and have fun with, and because you'll have a few options to choose from because of other things that you'll need to take into consideration that we'll talk about in the next steps.
So the first thing to consider is your skill level, because there's nothing worse than trying to make a cosplay that you can't make and then you end up just kind of stressing about it and not enjoying it.
Trust me, I know.
Yeah, let's just say that you try to make Urza for UCON.
Out of my skill level, and I ended up on the floor crying multiple times.
Yeah.
Heroes of Cosplay does not exaggerate.
No, it's intense. Eventually I was kind of sewing and trying to like coax her back into not hating her life.
The next thing you need to consider is how much money you have. Don't try and do an expensive cosplay if you have like a low budget or don't have much money saved up, because it is awful when you are like halfway through buying your stuff and you run out of money and you just have a bunch of like random pieces of junk lying around your house that you have no use for, but you bought because you thought you were going to do that cosplay but ran out of money halfway through.
Isn't half of your errand stuff still lying around?
Yes it is. I bought it at the beginning of this year, and only now am I finding use for like one of the things I bought.
Good job. Okay, next you have to think about how much time you have. Do you have time to make that giant armor cosplay with like 100 different pieces? Or do you only have a week? Because then I would suggest a simpler cosplay. You might want to like narrow down your options based on how much time you have if you've set a date for a con or a date for completion.
Don't start the weekend before.
Never start the weekend before.
Do not. Take it from us.
More crying at 3 in the morning.
Yeah.
We have a lot of stories about crying, don't we?
Yeah, we do, because we always start stuff like the weekend before.
Basically, all the advice that we're giving you, we don't really follow ourselves.
Yeah. Do what we say, not what we do. The next thing is your comfort zone. If like you're not comfortable with wearing a revealing outfit, or if you're like one of those like tomboyish, manly people, and you don't like girly stuff, don't wear girly stuff, and don't wear something that shows off like most of your boobs, because you'll just feel uncomfortable the whole day and you won't be able to portray the character's personality, and all of your photos just won't look great. Seriously, when I cosplayed Urza, so much skin was showing and it was so beyond what I was comfortable with.
Yeah.
I was like flashing everyone, and at like one point I was just like, no, don't make me walk.
She was pretty much just walking around the whole day like, don't look at me.
Avert your eyes.
Last thing to consider is what looks good on you. Because even though you can cosplay whatever you want, if you're entering a competition or if you just want to feel comfortable in what you're wearing, it's always good to dress in something that's flattering to your height or your figure.
You don't want something that makes you look like a balloon.
Yeah.
Or like some weird disproportionate like giant.
Yeah, or I tried cosplaying Victorica, who's incredibly short, and I'm kind of not that short. People kept pointing it out, and I was just like...
Yeah, okay. Unfortunately, if you cosplay something that isn't exactly what you are, like you're too tall for something, you're too short for something, your boobs aren't big enough, your boobs are too big, you're like too fat, too skinny. People point it out a lot, unfortunately. So if you do decide to cosplay something that isn't completely flattering or isn't completely what like your body type is, not that you can't, but if you do, just steel yourself, prepare yourself for those kinds of comments. But yeah, if you're entering competition, like any one wow factor, better to go for something that looks good. Well, that's it for us today. Hope this was helpful. If you have any requests for videos or would like to tell us what you think of it, which we'd really appreciate, just leave them in the comments below. If you'd like to follow either me or Ketsuzoku on Facebook, I'll put both our links in the description below. So hope you enjoyed. Bye bye!